Hey, how's it going? Adrienne Elise here. I just wanted to pop in and talk to you about what's going on out there in the stars and the planets. Well, tomorrow on Friday, we're having the exact of this Jupiter trine Neptune. And this is a really beautiful spiritual energy. It's a very harmonious energy, very watery energy. It can be emotional. With Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio, there's definitely some going deep into the inner shadow, the inner landscape, and old wounds can be coming up and can be triggered, and a feeling of vulnerability with all this water and all this emotions. But we also have a sensation of connecting to the greater whole and a greater purpose and a lot of power. So this is kind of an interesting thing because we also have Venus in Cancer and a water sign. So that's making all of the water signs are activated right now. And so a grand water trine energy, really. And Venus is exactly opposite of Saturn on Saturday and the day of Saturn. And so what's going on is that Venus is our feminine planet. It's a planet that rules the part of ourselves that feels, that it rules our values, our self-worth, our physical body, our sensations, and what really matters to us. So Venus, when she's in Cancer, it's about nurturing and it's about caring about each other. It's about compassion. It's very, very sensitive energy. So together with Jupiter and trine with Neptune, there can be a flood of emotions, but there's power to this. And so Venus is in this opposition with Saturn. Saturn can represent the father, the authority, the kind of the law of the land, the man. It represents obstacles that are in our way into doing what we're really here to do, or our true path. And so in this case, Saturn is at home in Capricorn, and Capricorn represents our authoritarian structures and the way we've organized our authority in this earth plane. So Venus and Capricorn ruling our self-worth, ruling our value system, and in the sign of nurturing is saying, hey, the man, what about nurturing? Like, what about caring for each other? And if we look at our structures of our world, it has been mostly based on patriarchal control for a very long time. And compassion and emotions and feeling and intuition and sensations, they don't have a lot of value in our outside world. And yet that is where our true power lies as humans. And so we're in this massive shift right now. And the energy in the sky with Mars and Aquarius speaking to the Aquarian age, we're trying to figure out how to get there. This is a big part of it. If we're going to shift and break down the structures of our world, which is basically what got instigated in these last 7 years of the Pluto-Uranus square, what is in the way of that? What is in the way of remaking our structures? And Venus in Cancer is saying, duh, it's because we're not valuing what really matters. We're not valuing nurturing. We're not valuing self-worth. We're not taking care of ourselves. We're not caring for each other and caring for the planet the way we're really meant to as humans, the true signature of human beings. And so we've been distracted and programmed off this path with this patriarchal energy of control and survival and money and got to do your work and work hard and prove yourself and all this stuff, So the deal with this Venus in Cancer opposing Saturn is like, if you're not valuing yourself, if you're not caring for yourself, if you're not making time for yourself to give yourself what you need, that is going to be showing up right now if in your life this weekend. And if you're not able to, where you're not valuing yourself, where that deep, we all have deep subconscious wounds and programming around whether or not we deserve, which is why we all work so hard and try to do what we're supposed to do so that we have value in this world. And it's like, no, can we value ourselves? and the care that we need. And so if you have issues of self-worth, those are coming up this weekend and they're going to be triggered. But there's huge power in this, into recognizing the power of vulnerability, the power of compassion, the power of emotion, the power of being real with the truth of who we are, humans, not what we're programmed to be as worker bees or drones or part of the system of some sort of technological 3D matrix reality. No, we are sensitive human beings and we are feeling it now. And so enjoy this. Now, this can be a huge flood of emotions. It can feel emotional power. It can feel empowering because it's like you're seeing where you're not valuing yourself and you're willing to take care of yourself on a different level and willing to stand up for this in the world and the value of this. But it can also feel like just triggering deep wounds with that Jupiter's retrograde in Scorpio. So it's like, going into the shadow, going into the deeper power issues, sexuality issues, intimacy issues. And so it's like everything's on the table and the flood is coming and it's emotions and it's powerful, but it's an opportunity to see the power in this and value the power of being real with our emotions and standing up for ourselves in this world, in our lives, in our personal lives. But it can also be kind of confusing because whenever Neptune's involved, especially Neptune at home in Pisces, we're talking about fantasies, are talking about our beautiful dreams and visions and a connection. So there's this great energy for feeling a connection with nature and with the cosmic whole and with God, and just like feeling the surrender into this beautiful feeling of what it can feel like to exist as a human on planet Earth. But there's also a lot of confusion coming up because Neptune also rules our delusions. And so as all these emotions are coming up, it can be kind of like, it's maybe not a time to try to analyze and understand. It's a time to just surrender and just feel the power of feeling and like letting it move through you. It's not who you are. It's just something you're experiencing. And so what happens is, like, when intense feelings come, they're triggered from the past, and it's showing us where we're still attached to the past, and that's keeping us from moving forward into the future. And so, Venus is speaking to this right now in Cancer. It's like, hey, you guys, the new age, we got to be real, and we got to care, and we got to take care of each other, take care of ourselves. And that's the deal. We can't really take care of each other and nurture anyone else in our world until we're willing to do that for ourselves. So a lot's coming up this weekend, but also super powerful and a great time to feel connection with other people, to open up to intimacy, to release these wounds of the past and claim your truth, your emotional truth, your feeling, which is like, ultimately, this is the power of being human. And because the feeling of this connection coming out of the illusion of separation and coming into connection and coming into compassion. And that's the truth of who we really are. That's what our human evolution is about. That's what the control energies are keeping us from. And so the power of feeling, not getting, we can feel kind of lost and overwhelmed in these emotions, and like, don't try to figure out too much what it means. Just surrender, feel, let the tears come, release any past pain, but also feel the power of connection with other humans, with nature, and with source, with spirit, with God, whatever, creator, whatever you want to call it. And just revel in this, that we're here to experience and feel on this deep level, this connection. That's the true magic of being human in the spiritual experience right now. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and to remember that this is a great time to do it and to get into those feelings and release what's holding you back from moving forward. Take care of yourself. Give yourself some time alone in nature and near running water, perhaps, and just surrender it. Just let this flow, because this is what needs to happen to move into this new age. It's to truly value ourselves, to truly care for ourselves, and truly begin to care for each other. And what a different world that would be. So I hope you can join me for this. We're leading up to this full moon powerful full moon in Sagittarius. It's like a big timeline reset, a big opportunity to get on track with where you really want to be in your life. And that's going to be on Monday night at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Live activation. The information is in the attached here, so you can sign up. It's $10. And what we do is we talk through the astrology energies, create a safe space, an awesome room for us to journey into, and then a guided meditation to receive and heal and release and come together to amplify our energy. And such a great energy right now as the stars are lining up for us yet again. So I look forward to seeing you there. Until next time, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.